I'd like to say on behalf of English Schools Rugby League, thank you to the Bradford Bulls Club for allowing us to play in this really historic stadium. This will be a lifelong memory for the lads who've played tonight, to say that they've played at, I still call it Opsal, and this is the ground where they had over 100,000 spectators in 1954, and I was there, and they've had the greatest players in the world have played on there. Not the greatest team at the moment, but we'll get better. So, could we have a round of applause for both teams? The Year 11 National Final is an absolutely special game for the boys and girls taking part, because it's their last game for the school. They're all on those things called exams now, so they're leaving the schools. They've spent 5 years there, so it's the last time. Obviously disappointment for the losers, you know, fantastic for the winners, but both teams have been a credit to the schools and a credit to the schools game. We pride ourselves on having tough, hard games at this level, and we weren't disappointed tonight. So again, I'd just like to say thanks to the boys and thanks to the teachers and all the coaches who worked with the teams to get them here, because it is a fantastic achievement in itself just to get to this final, and this will be an absolutely lifelong memory for everybody concerned. This year we're writing a book about the history of Schools Rugby League, which started in about 1900. And we've interviewed men in their 70s and 80s who played in finals for their schools, and they can tell you, every boy in that team, they can tell you who scored, who gave the pass. So these memories last an absolute lifetime, which is one of the points, one of the reasons for playing sport. So we're delighted for that. We'd like to thank also Leeds Met University Carnegie, who've been our sponsors now for several years, without which we couldn't put champion schools on, and which is taking Schools Rugby League and champion schools to a new level. And obviously the Rugby Football League itself will give absolutely massive backing, not just to champion schools, but to all aspects of schools rugby. So that's the thank yous out there, and obviously the people who've worked here tonight, preparing the food and serving everything, grateful to them. It is a tradition on these matches that the two captains come to where I'm standing now and just say a few words on behalf of their school. So so I'm going to ask the captain of St Edmund House, Joe Collins, to have a few words.
I'd like to thank firstly Mr Bradley, Ian Gilbert, Mr Mannion, Mr Griffin. For the last 5 years have been unbelievable. I couldn't have been happy in these last 5 years. You give me and the lads everything you could. I mean, it's not finished off the best way, but gotta forget it now and just think positive. We've given everything we've got. You've been unbelievable for us. You couldn't give us any more. Sounds gay, but I love your hot bits. Game supporters in North West Counties fans who come tonight, who've trekked an hour. It's been unbelievable. Thanks for coming down to support us tonight, and thanks for being such good mates over the last few years. You've been unbelievable to me. Thanks a lot, and to my teammates, I can't thank you enough. The last 5 years have been an absolute pleasure playing with us. You're all my best mates, and it's never going to end. I love you all, lads. Thanks a lot for everything.
Right, George King, the captain of Honley, follow that.
Pretty similar. I'd like to thank all the crowd as well for turning out with great numbers, and thank you very much. We won the Yorkshire Cup, and we also won today, obviously. And yeah, we have great players, and we thank our opposition. But it's down to two coaches, I believe, today what got this group of lads together. I'd like to thank Andy and Sean Folland. Thank you. the scenes have done absolutely loads, absolutely. And I'd like to thank the officials as well. Thank you, match officials.
Right, to present the Player of the Match award for tonight's game, Andy Harlan from the RFL, and the Player of the Match tonight is number 12 for Honley, George King.
Okay guys, this trophy obviously goes to the man of the match of the game today. It holds a fair bit of history on this. It's the Phil Clark medal. Phil Clark obviously has been involved with schoolboy rugby over the last 20 years or so. Actually played in a curtain raiser at Wembley, and when we asked him to put his name to the Year 11 man of the match, he was glad to do that. So Phil Clark medal, well done.
Thanks everybody for coming.